PBIS, Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports, is a system used by schools to reward kids behaviorally. While supporting students academically is important, so is the emotional state of that student.
Okay, so I've been lucky enough to be a part of Oakwood Junior High and Senior High MTSS team since its inception. That's probably about the last 7 years or so. And the job of that team is to put in supports for students in terms of academics, social emotional wellness, and behaviors and attendance. And so it's through that team that we look at the behaviors, and I learned about the PBIS system.
So pretty familiar with PBIS. My previous district, we implemented it from the ground up. We had some behaviors that we were trying to figure out how to fix. And so I think PBIS is sort of a positive way to go about it. We didn't necessarily want to be, punishing or a lot of consequences that were negative. Some students, school may not always be their favorite thing, but they're here for a long time. So we have to just kind of identify what some of those obstacles are, and then from there figure out what we can offer to still get them to that same place. Maybe it's, not liking mornings, maybe it's not liking a certain class or something. And so, kind of meeting each student individually where they're at to get to that ultimate goal.
So last year we piloted in the junior high something we called office calls. Teachers who saw kids really modeling that well could submit what was called an office call, which was a nomination for a student that they submitted through a Google form. And then those students were called to the office to celebrate their good behaviors in their nominations. And maybe then this year, we've added that at the high school. But what we decided to do this year instead was focus on the behavior of joy. Joy and trying joy was kind of the district-wide timber theme after the pandemic, and everyone feeling like kind of frustrated, the amounts of depression and isolation that kids were feeling. The behaviors we wanted to look for in kids this year was promoting the joy.
While Oakwood has begun integrating PBIS, many students aren't familiar with the concept. However, based off a summary of the system, Oakwood students have some thoughts about how PBIS could help kids.
Well, this would help because it would help make the students behave more, which would effectively make the school more cooperative, and you could probably have a better learning environment.
I think it would be beneficial for maybe the younger students, because we have that reward system in our brain, so that might incentivize them to do better. So, some students are definitely going to need more support than others, only because they're gonna be motivated more by the fact that they're getting rewarded with something. I mean, you said we're slowly implementing it, so that's the thoughts my brain goes to. So if there's something like that that's positive behavior being reinforced by reward or something like that, then I definitely think that students are going to need a bigger push more than others.
PBIS in Oakwood still has a long way to go, as it is continually being developed to help create a better school environment, but it is sure to have a lasting impact on students and their academic experience. This has been Sage Spurk for Axe Media.